1, fire.
Yeah, the revolution, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep, the revolution.
The revolution, y'all, will not be televised.
Yeah, you gotta wake up, open your eyes,
Make a change in your life,
and find a new way of living.
It's time to start living for the children.
Everybody look into my life. Tell me what you see. The perseverance of a young man sitting is so free. LA Mac, be the champ, but still fighting the struggle. They couldn't shut my mouth with a muzzle. I'm hard to figure like a puzzle. My name ought to be Jigsaw. Rough around the edges, I've been known to spit raw. Always with a pen and a book. I'm kinda thin and I look real suspicious like a one-eyed crook. St. Loco is the city I claim. Not in a game, but I'm bang. Don't try me, I ain't new to this thing. Consequences and repercussions for pissing me off. I ain't mad, I'm just trying to pay the rent on this loft. Short arms and short pockets, I be pulling out lint. So understand why I'm trying to get bent. We all about that hippie hoppy, don't stop me all the way live. Writing more issues than vibe when my mind televised.
The revolution, y'all, will not be televised. You gotta wake up, open your eyes, make a change.
We just wanna have a good time.
Hey, yo,
Wanna have a good time.
Nitro.
We just wanna have a good time. Oh yeah, no time for the drama. Come on. Hey, hey, we just wanna have a good time. Good time. We just wanna have a good time. Good time. We just wanna have a good time. Good time. No time for the drama. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. I just wanna have a good time. They calling me JJ, cause I got the mic posted up with the DJ. Please no requests, I'm repeating what he say. We got it under control, it's cool like Cool J. Now when the needle drop and the record spin, give me a scratch to let me know where the song begin. His shoulder hold the headphone with one ear so he can hear the monitor and mix the record real clear. It's okay, I said it's okay, cause I'm with the DJ. Cause I'm with the DJ. It's okay, I said it's okay, cause I'm with the DJ. Cause I'm with the DJ. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. Everybody in the place, they was...
Let's go. Yeah. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek.
Lock and load. Hey yo, my nickname Jigsaw, cut you in half. I'm about to show the meaning of lyrical bloodbath. You should go take a bath, all dusty and dirty. When I'm 42 and rhyming, I'ma still be worthy. And I'ma be all-time top 3. The reason I can shoot, cause y'all don't matter to me. I done been there and done that. My stats is dumb fat. And for the record, I'm just stating facts, now run that. Line them up and knock them down. I run this town. It's just a matter of opinion. I come down. My mind is like the combine. I only get one time to prove that my 40-time rhymes are sublime. I inspire rappers, y'all call them a MC. The difference my end in the lowercase e. I lit your pilot, you was waiting to blow. You ain't never been on fire, I'm just letting you know. Sincerely Nitro.
We doing seven ways. Monkey shots to make you levitate.
Lock and load.
I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. We doing seven ways. Monkey shots to make you levitate.
Lock and load.
I guarantee you it'll be your very last time breathing.
Double-edged sword, I'll bang your backboard. Dressed in all white, the home
guys, how you all doing? Nice to see you again. Sorry about yesterday. Had really severe internet issues. I'm still having some, so hopefully you're getting this all right. I know it's not very strong signal at the minute, but yeah, I just had a few problems at this end yesterday, so I couldn't possibly have done this, unfortunately. So I'm doing it today. Now, we're doing some news, but guys, first and foremost, show you something right now. It's up to you guys whether you want to win prizes or whatever, but have a look at this. Gmeta Gamers Assemble. Now, this is a free event. We're running on June 24th, Saturday, June 24th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. Guys, if you want to book your place, you need to go to gmetaevent.live. Let me just put the actual link in the comments for you guys. Okay, so we're going to start doing draws. I'll be doing the Monday call tomorrow. I'm going to run a draw on that. But the only people in that draw are the people who've registered for this event. So the only people who could possibly win any NFTs or anything else or any free G-Meta tokens between now and the event are the people who have registered for the event. Now, guys, I've posted this on a lot of places, but I've posted obviously a few times in our Telegram group. How many people have registered for a free event, do you think, to support this community? How many? 17. 17. We've got nearly 5,000 people in the Telegram group, but 17 people have actually registered for this event. Just speaks volumes, unfortunately. And, you know, guys, it's ridiculous. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. Let's get this event going because, as well as that, we're obviously doing some collaborations with a lot of the guys who are the game developers, and they're going to be opening booths. Now, the booths are now free to them, so, but there's not a lot of incentive for them. They're only seeing 17 people registered. Why would they bother? So, guys, let's get going on this event. It's free. It's not like we're even charging for it. So you're going to have an opportunity to play all the best brand new games. You'll be able to go to the booth. You'll be able to go and play the game at the booth, basically directly into the game metaverse, the game universe of the developers. So, going to be a big event, guys. Let's get supporting it, and yeah, let's get registered, please. So we'll be doing these draws on our live calls. Obviously, we can't do them on any recorded calls, but we'll be doing those using the people's names who have actually registered for the event. Nothing else. No other criteria will be taken into account at all. Okay, so there's people who have registered even from outside our community. Amongst those, a massive 17 people. 17 people. You know, this we had to cancel the games tournament before Christmas because nobody had actually registered for it. So, you know, guys, this is important. The games tournament, you had to pay obviously to enter your team into that, but this is free. All you have to do is register, give your email address, and you're done. Simple as that. Okay, we're going to be gamifying it as well. The games event itself, the only thing that the guys who are going to have booths at it need to do is put up a prize for the people who have registered as well. So it won't be just G-Meta prizes you'll be missing out on. You'll be missing out on a bunch of free stuff from the games developers themselves. So gmetaevent.live and register for the event. Okay, please, it's not rocket science. I don't know why people can't do that, but they're not doing it. So it's not good for the look of the event that our community hasn't even supported it yet. So you've got plenty of time, but do it today, please. Okay, now let's get on with some news, please. I've got some news which is there's a couple here which are very relevant to what we do, and this is why we tend to let me just show you. Let me just stop that. Let me just share my screen again. So news. Well, this was a good one. This is a good article. It's critical, but it's balanced. It's this guy Simon Porto, and he's the CEO of a company called Futurist. Now, he basically, the headline is this: the metaverse deja vu of the internet hype in the late 90s. Quite correct. But a lot of people at that stage didn't know what the internet was. They were skeptical that we were going to be using it. Look where we're at now, guys. How much screen time do you use on your phone every single day? Access the internet by phone, which you couldn't even do back at the start of this, Web 1.0. So he says the media coverage around the metaverse has been mixed, with some portraying it as a logical evolution of the internet and others dismissing it as mere hype. This is nothing new. The media's relationship, this is what I love. This is the phrase I loved in this article. The media's relationship with emerging technologies has always been complicated, marked by a mix of skepticism, fascination, and at times hysteria. So yeah, the media are very good. They whip people up into a frenzy, but they are the first then to dismiss ideas. The parallels between the media coverage of the internet in the late 90s and early noughties and the metaverse narrative of today are striking. In the late 90s, the internet was a new and unknown territory, and many were skeptical about its potential. The media coverage of the internet was often negative, portraying it as a breeding ground for hackers, cyber criminals, and Chris Hansen catching predators. Terms like cyberspace, virtual reality, and .com were new and confusing to many, and the media struggled to explain what they meant, just as they are with the metaverse. Fast forward today, we're witnessing a similar situation with the metaverse. In my recent article, The Metaverse is Gone and the Dream with It, I took old articles from the late 90s and noughties and replaced the word internet with metaverse. The result was strikingly similar to the media coverage around the metaverse today. The media's FUD approach to the metaverse, crypto, and Web3 in general is understandable, given the uncertainty that surrounds these emerging technologies. However, it is essential to remember that every new technology is often met with skepticism and criticism. The internet, which is now an essential part of our lives, and according to a 2021 report by Oxford Economics, as an economy worth 11.5 trillion, was once exactly like the metaverse, dismissed as a fad that would soon fade away. Interesting, very, very interesting. Now, it does go on and give good advice. That being said, it gives advice like do your own research, advertise, pick a world. When considering entering the metaverse, choose the right platform. It's crucial with so many options available. Deciding which platform aligns with your goals and target audience can be overwhelming. My top 10 personal commandments to follow when selecting a metaverse platform. How many users are using it? How popular is it? How long do users stay? How often do they return? What is their demographic? What do they do? What are its rules, restrictions? How much does creating a digital twin cost? Is it interoperable? And do you have to purchase land? So that's his top 10 commandments for choosing a metaverse project. So it does go on with a lot of other stuff. So what I'll actually do with that, I just wanted to pick out that part at the start, which I thought was really, really valid. That's in hospitality.net. It's not actually even a tech magazine. So we'll close that one down. here's another one that's very dear to our hearts. Anybody who's in this community and actually engages and attends these calls, I'm doing this as my football team's playing in the FA Cup semi-final, and it's gone to penalties. So, guys, I'm doing this as it's gone to 5-5 at penalties at Wembley, sudden death. But I think it's more important for me to be on this. So, will the metaverse be accessible via mobile? Trying to understand the nuances between the metaverse can be confusing at first. Now this is again very dear to our hearts, because basically we're always the people who are saying that the requirement to own a virtual reality headset, for example, is nonsense. How can the metaverse ever become a reality for everybody, mass adoption like the internet, if you have to use a virtual reality headset? It's nonsense, absolutely nonsense. So, trying to understand the nuances behind the metaverse can be confusing at first. Since the introduction of Facebook's Meta brand, the tech industry, sorry, where are we going? Just lost my path there. The tech industry has been abuzz with excitement over the potential of metaverse technologies. Most of the excitement tends to rely on speculation rather than facts, which is very, very true. Okay. To understand the current state of mobile accessibility, we have to look at the metaverse explained in terms of mobile functionality and integrative solutions. The broader picture is mixed reality technologies continue to advance. The possibility of creating highly immersive virtual worlds accessed through mobile devices and unrestricted metaverse is becoming extremely feasible. Seeing as mobile devices dominate web traffic nowadays, it's essential to consider how we're going to interact with the metaverse through phones, tablets, and other mobile devices. This raises several challenges we'll have to overcome, such as optimization for smaller screens and developing features that can take advantage of mobile's unique capabilities. Again, this is, I personally believe that, phones are going to develop. There will be, these guys are obviously aware that, the metaverse is a very important part of Web3, and their phones are going to have to catch up with what's going on. And I'm sure they're already working on it. App developers will need to optimize their products for mobile devices while still providing an interactive experience that performs as well as it would on a high-end desktop PC. This is by far the greatest challenge. And mobile tech being limited by size significantly affects how well a device can perform. Processing power. Creating an expansive virtual world like Metaverse requires significant processing power and memory bandwidth. The good news is that mobile devices are becoming more powerful at an exponential rate, but they still have a long way to go before they can match the power of a decent desktop or dedicated VR device. Ultimately, a balance has to be struck if we want to see mobile metaverses anytime soon. The second major issue is user interface and control scheme design. Navigation and feedback are essential for immersion, but it'll take time to perfect UI elements for the metaverse on mobile devices. Browsing the web on a desktop compared to mobile is a great way to illustrate this problem. Sometimes some websites aren't designed well enough to be usable on both platforms. We've seen that. You go to a website and it's not actually designed to be accessed by phone, which is a big mistake these days, but it still happens. But it's actually more important that your website works on a phone than on a laptop or something. So to overcome this design flaw, the smaller screens and touch-based input of most mobile devices must be accounted for, and apps have to be designed accordingly. Cross-platform compatibility. As you can imagine, this can be challenging with so many devices are available, each with its own capabilities and limitations. However, with continued advancements in mobile tech, these issues will be overcome in the future. The potential of mobile, well, it's everything. It's everything. Convenience is key, as it said. Being able to jump into a metaverse whenever you feel like it, whether on the go, at home, or work, is a feature you won't find on other platforms, which makes it the single biggest factor for arguing the merits of mobile integration. This is why we use voxels so much, because currently they're one of the only projects you can really access properly on a phone. Decentraland are definitely working on it, but it's just the fact that I think their graphics are so big, it's challenging for a phone to be able to do that. But obviously, if we can play games on phones, high tech games on phones and handheld devices, gaming devices, then it's not that far away. It's not that far away. So it will happen. I can guarantee it's the only way forward. The necessity to purchase a headset to access the metaverse will kill it 100%. Okay. So that's this article. I'm going to send you a link to that. It's a very good read. Oh, good. Man United just won on penalties. Thank God. My team did something right. I've just basically dropped a link to that one. And finally, there's this one. Now, this isn't me giving you tips. I don't give tips on purchasing tokens, but these are 10 tokens, 10 places that are leading the charge in harnessing the power of Web3. So if you've got some spare money that you want to invest wisely, Blockchain Magazine, not Andy, are telling you these are what 10 different currencies you should be looking at. Ethereum. Ethereum is one of the most popular blockchain platforms. It is being used by so many decentralized finance platforms and other Web3 projects. Yes, Ethereum is the most popular currency of Web3, NFTs, and the metaverse currently. So it stands to reason. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange, as we know, and that's where most DeFi tokens on the Ethereum blockchain are launched. Uniswap. So again, it makes sense to that means that Uniswap's only going to go from strength to strength, as is MetaMask, as is Trust Wallet, as is PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap's like Uniswap, except for BUSD, really. Okay, so OpenSea. OpenSea is a decentralized marketplace for buying, selling, and trading non-fungible tokens. As we know, CryptoKitties is a blockchain-based game that allows players to breed and trade unique digital cats. That's NFTs. So again, it's not just tokens. Consensus, a blockchain software company that provides enterprise solutions, dApps, and other Web3 services. Brave is a Web3 browser that aims to provide users with a faster, more private, and more secure browsing experience. Filecoin. Interestingly, a colleague of ours first introduced us to Filecoin about 2 years ago, right about now, 2 years ago. It's a decentralized storage network that allows users to rent out unused storage space on the computers in exchange for cryptocurrency. MakerDAO is a decentralized lending platform on the Ethereum blockchain. It enables users to borrow cryptocurrency using other cryptocurrencies as collateral. Chainlink is a decentralized Oracle network that connects smart contracts to real-world data and events. And finally, the Graph. The Graph is a decentralized indexing and querying protocol that allows developers to easily access blockchain data and build dApps on top of it. So these are 10 examples of places that are doing that. So basically, I would suggest that if there's some cryptos mentioned there, and they're obviously saying that there'd probably be a good purchase to make right now for the future, or invest in some of these companies as well if they have shares or anything. So Overall, the power of Web3 technologies is expected to transform how we operate in many aspects of our lives, from finance and commerce to social media and governance. As these technologies continue to mature and gain wider adoption, we can expect to see new business models, services, and products emerge, creating a more equitable, transparent, and innovative society. There you go, guys. So those are three pieces of news that I decided were relevant. Particularly, I think the first two, which are very dear to our hearts. Obviously, mobile, being able to access the metaverse on mobile is, is key here. And I love that comparison with the way the media handled Web 1.0 as compared to the metaverse. Exactly the same initial hype telling us, oh, this is going to be great, but it gives that's what happened with Mark Zuckerberg's project, because that's obviously what uh, the media focus on. They only focus on Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse when they talk about the metaverse. Um, but the way they hype that up, and then now they're just slagging him off. It's what they always do. It's what they always do. They love to hype people up and then knock them off their perch. It's as simple as that. They love a sob story. And now, but the problem is everybody who hasn't done their research thinks that that is the metaverse and that's it, finished. That Mark Zuckerberg invented it, But you think about the massive companies that came out of Web 1.0. Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook didn't come out of Web 1.0, it came out of Web 2.0. Now you think of the companies that came out, if you think about companies that, hold their positions right now, companies like Microsoft, companies like Google, but there's other big companies there that don't exist anymore, and they were the main players. As I often say, BlackBerry used to be a smartphone for anybody. That was your option. You only had Blackberries, and they had the number one place in the market, and they blew it. So again, Nokia used to be probably the choice for about 80% of people for a mobile phone. Where are they now? They've gone. They didn't keep up. And, people, who's to say there won't be a new Google? Who's to say there won't be a new Apple or Samsung? So you got to think in terms of what might happen down the line rather than the here and now with the metaverse. A lot of people made fun or of the hype behind the internet, the first iteration of the web. They're not laughing now. They were saying that it was a fad, and it was nonsense to think that people were going to get all this information on the computers. Were they right? No, they weren't. So the same thing's happening with the metaverse, and you're one of the pioneers. So, guys, if you're watching this call and catch up again, I can't express enough. Please enroll for our event on June, the Gamers Assemble event. Please, 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 Saturday, June 24th. Here's that link again. Get registered. You'll not win anything between now and that event otherwise. So you'll just be watching people win prizes on this call and on Monday's call. So I'll see you on Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. I'll do a full run through, and we will also do the first draw with the people who have registered. Take care. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining me.